Hi, welcome to my channel, Rohit Speaks. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about how long our organs are surviving or after death. And this is mostly to talk about how can you harvest the organs which can help save other humans who are having their issues with their organs. So this is just a brief information, something you can remember while you are around just for general knowledge. And if you also were curious to know how long everything survives in your body. So this is a quick snapshot of what happens to your body after you die. So within seconds, so as soon as you die, your brain relays the information based on electrical signals. Okay, so those are the nerves which are firing each other. So as you die, there is a burst of, because there is no longer oxygen anymore. So anything which survives on oxygen to work will stop. And there is this burst of nerves energy. And so your brain will have a little bit of spark of activity and then it drops down. But that is a second, okay? It's not minutes. It will go up and then it goes down. And then your body temperature starts to drop 1.6 Fahrenheit or per hour. So you'll start to cool, basically your body starts getting cold. In minutes, your cells will die because cells require oxygen. So anything which requires oxygen will start stopping because you cannot breathe anymore because you have dead. And then in hours, what happens is your muscles will become tight. Why? Because for your muscles to contract, it requires ATP. And it contract and relax. So your muscle to work, it requires ATP, and ATP is produced when there is oxygen supply to the mitochondria. So as oxygen is gone, mitochondria stops, no ATP, and in hours your muscles will start to tense up. So basically, your muscle will relax. Will basically it will undergo relaxation with whatever ATP is left, and will relax, and it will also defecate everything, whatever is in your body, your urine, your bowel movement will happen, your feces will come out, and your skin will start to shrink. Now, if you go to days, you will turn your enzymes in your body will start to digest on itself. So you start turning, your organs will start turning green. You will start smelling really bad. Within weeks, you will have bacterial or insect starts to eat you. And in months, what will happen is your soft tissue will digest and your skeleton is left. And if it is as if your body is at, like, let's say 16 degrees and above, yeah, within months your soft tissue will be digested, and what is left is basically a skeleton of yours. So most probably in this window range is where you need to harvest the organs. So coming to organs, your kidney after death is technically alive for 26 hours. You can extract that uh, within 26 hours. Livers is 15 hours. Lungs are 8 hours. Brain is 20 minutes. Again, brain requires the max nerve impulses to keep it active. So it's not that the entire brain will be active. Sometimes parts of the brain will start shutting down. So take a pinch of salt with 20 minutes. I would say it's less than 10 minutes. Heart is 10 minutes as well. If you're in the window of 10 to 15 minutes, your heart will have some cells which will die, but still you will have majority of your heart still working condition. Cornea of your eyes, 6 hours because it requires oxygen. So as it will start dying, hair cells, basically your hair skin cells are alive for 6 hours. Skin is for 4 hours if you need skin for grafting and stuff. Nails are for 6 hours. I don't know if you need that information, but so most probably in this whole world, people who did when they're dead, they usually sign a waiver basically that their organs can be used for donation. So most of the world they take kidney, liver, lungs, and heart out of the dead bodies because they survive. Heart is mostly, it has to be very instant, and the person has to be dead due to some other reason where there's no effect to the heart. So your heart has to be a little bit active. If there's a puncture in the heart, if you are dead because your heart has had an heart attack, most probably that will not be used for organ donation. Now, with all these organs, they require condition. They have to be a little bit colder. They need calcium to be given to them. They need to be aerated, basically on oxygen. You cannot just keep them airtight. So they need to have oxygen, they need to have the right amount of buffers, which has basically calcium, ATP, and magnesium. Those are the three conditions or the three major chemicals. Besides that, a little bit of salt to keep them active so that the nerve impulse keeps going or the electrical conductance is going on and they're still surviving. So wherever there is a good facility, they know how to keep every other organ. They know what kind of recipe of a mixture of solution they need to make to keep a certain organ alive. But this is just to remind you that these are the hours a certain organ can be alive. Now, once the organ has been removed from the body, how long they can stay good outside the body, and your heart can stay 4 to 6 hours. And there are several experiments where your heart is still beating. If you put electrical conductance and it has the right amount of solution, it will keep beating. Okay, same is for going for intestines, it's 8 to 16 hours, liver is 8 to 12 hours, kidneys is more 24 to 36 hours because mostly they work on electrical conductance and salts, so it doesn't require much to keep kidneys okay. Pancreas are 12 to 18 hours and lungs are 4 to 6 hours. Even lungs can be artificially pumped and kept alive for 4 to 6 hours. And if you Google them, you will see heart still beating, lungs still beating outside the body in some of the instances. I have not put them here because of the graphic reason, but they do tend to stay alive. I myself has done a lot of experiments with hearts where I've kept the heart still beating after I've removed it from the animals. So I have first-hand knowledge that yes, they do survive and they just require right amount of solutions. So hopefully this video have given you some amount of information about what happens to your body when it's dead and what happens to the organs and how long they can survive till you can harvest and use that to save other humans. Hopefully you learned something here, and with that I'll switch off this video and I'll see you on the next one.